students, welcome to our online study YouTube channel. Now in this video, we will start our new session, that is surface chemistry. In the surface chemistry, we will start our first lesson, adsorption. Adsorption is a surface phenomenon. Okay, it is surface phenomenon, and how it occurs. So answer is, suppose this is solid material. Okay, on the surface it has some particles, and in the bulk also some particles are present. Okay, so if we consider this central molecule or particle, then it attracts from the bottom molecule, it attracts left side molecules, attract from right side molecule, even it attracts from the upward molecule. But means it attracted by all surrounded atoms. That means balance force. It has balance force. Okay, and what about these surface molecules? The surface molecule has unbalanced residual force. Because of this residual force, adsorptions occur. Because of this residual force, what happened? The air molecules or liquid molecules can get attracted towards this molecule and they retain there. Because of this residual force, adsorption occurs. Okay, adsorption means what? The higher concentration of aerial or gaseous or liquid molecules held to the surface of solid material, not in the bulk. This phenomenon is known as adsorption. Okay? There are two terms are involved. Which one? First is adsorbate and second one is adsorbent. So what is adsorbate and adsorbent? The solid surface which hold these gaseous or liquid molecules, such a substance, such a solid surface is known as adsorbent. Okay, here this solid surface is adsorbent. Okay, and what about adsorbate? The liquid or gaseous molecules which get attracted towards the solid surface, such as liquid or gaseous molecules are known as adsorbate. Okay, these are two terms are involved in the adsorption, and also one term is also involved here. McBain suggested this term, that is sorption. Sorption is a process in which absorption and adsorption takes simultaneously. Absorption and adsorption occurs simultaneously. Such a process is known as sorption. Okay, there is a different, these both terms are different. Absorption and adsorption, totally different terms. What happen in absorption? Absorption is bulk phenomenon. It is bulk phenomenon. Okay, It is bulk phenomenon, while adsorption is surface phenomenon. For example, in adsorption, chalk and duster, when we erase the board, the chalk particles are stuck to the duster. And in the absorption, for example, sponge and water, all the water molecules get absorbed by the sponge. Okay, these two different phenomena. But in the sorption process, McBain said that the both process takes place simultaneously. Such a process is known as sorption. Okay. Adsorption has two types. First, if chemical interaction is occurred during the adsorption, such a adsorption is known as chemisorption, or we can call it chemical adsorption. Okay, and when during the adsorption, if van der Waals forces are present, then such a phenomenon is known as physical adsorption. Both are totally different phenomenon. In this process, chemical interactions are involved, and in this adsorption, physical forces, that is van der Waals force, is present in this adsorption. Okay, now we will see the difference between these two adsorptions. First thing, it involves chemical interactions. Okay, and in the and in physical adsorption, weak van der Waals forces held together, adsorbate and adsorbent. Okay, second thing is temperature. Chemical adsorption increases with increasing temperature. Increases with increasing temperature. Okay, and it physical adsorption decreases with increasing temperature. Okay, understood? Next, during the chemical adsorption, chemical interactions are occurs. Okay, during this adsorption, more heat energies evolve. Near about approximately 40 to 400 kilojoule per mole. Okay, and in the physical adsorption, weak van der Waals forces are present. Therefore, heat evolve is very less. Near about 4 to 40 kilojoule per mole. Okay, and next, as in the chemical adsorption, chemical interactions are occurs, and therefore adsorbent cannot be recovered from adsorbent. Okay, so chemical adsorption is irreversible. We can't separate adsorbent and adsorbate easily. Therefore, this adsorption is irreversible. And in the physical adsorption, We easily separate both the terms, adsorbate and adsorbent. Therefore, this reaction is reversible. This adsorption is reversible. Okay. Next, since the chemical interactions occurs within certain distance, therefore this chemical adsorption cannot go beyond the monolayer. Suppose this is solid surface, and if the liquid molecule are adsorbed here, okay, chemical adsorption is occur here, then these another liquid molecules cannot adsorb here, because this solid has chemical forces to the short distance. Due to this, chemical interaction occurs on to the only monolayer. While in the physical adsorption, it may go beyond the monolayer. Okay. Okay. Next, in chemisorption, adsorbent and adsorbent are bounded with the chemical forces, which are strongly bounded. Therefore, the energy of activation for desorption, energy of activation for desorption is very high. Okay. While in the physical adsorption, weak van der Waals forces are present. Adsorbate and adsorbent are held with the help of weak van der Waals forces. Therefore, it can easily separate out, and therefore energy of activation for desorption is very low. Okay. Desorption means what? It is completely opposite process for adsorption. These are 6 total difference of the two types. Okay, I hope you understand it. Next point. Why we study adsorption? There are some applications. Adsorption has extensive applications. Some examples we are discussing here. First application is activated charcoals. Are used in gas masks. Activated charcoal are used in gas masks in which charcoal absorbs all the toxic gases and provide pure gases. Okay. Second, animal charcoal. Animal charcoal is used as decolorizer. During the manufacturing of cane sugar. Okay. very important role in heterogeneous catalysis. For example, a finely divided iron are used in the manufacture of ammonia. Okay, these are some applications of adsorption. Actually, adsorption has various applications. We here study only 3 to 4 applications. Okay, that's all for now. In this lesson, in this video, we have learned about adsorption, their definition, types, and also their applications. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video.